Hello everyone, welcome to Musicians Edition. I'm Evan, and in this video I'm going to quickly show you how I teach the note names to little ones on the piano. I've used this with young ones ages 3 to 5 and have success with it, so I wanted to share this with those who might need help with this. So let's get into this. I always start with just noticing the recurring pattern on the piano. So look, we have black keys and we have white keys. Notice how the black keys are in groups of 2, then 3. 2, then 3, and so on up and down the piano. And I'll ask them to play these. Play me all of the 2s on the piano, play me all of the 3s on the piano, going all the way up. And that's pretty much it for the start of the first 2 lessons. Just getting them a sense of low versus high on the piano and just 2 versus 3s, that repeating pattern over and over again. Then we can actually start naming. I recommend having a paper that you can match up with the piano, and it works best if it's the same size as a full octave, so it just lines right up. So you can see mine right here, it's a little bit small, but yours would ideally line right up so they can just look up and play exactly what they see off of there, so it's a great guide for them to use. And for the first few lessons, there's no set number, just judging by how fast they do learn these. I'll just focus on C, D, E. And I've brought in paper in the past that's just C, D, E filled in and then the rest blank. If they know their ABCs, you can just stick with teaching them the letters. If not, then I've also used animals as well to help them remember, which you can see on this page that I've got. And we can even make little songs for them here. Like I'm gonna use, we can see our animals. I've got a cat, I've got a dog, an elephant, a frog, giraffe, ants, bear, and then a cat again at the end there, so they can see that the pattern's gonna repeat. And I can make little songs with them about these animals along with them if that helps them learn, which, including fun things like that for the little ones is always helpful. So starting with C. C is for cat, and D is for dog. E is for elephant, and F is frog. And, working our way up to the other animals after that. So any kind of fun little thing you can do to add in there that helps them remember it is always going to be fantastic to use. And I'll move the paper across the octave. So if I'm just doing C, D, E, I'll tell them to find me the group of 2. All right, now go to the left of it and let's match it up with our paper here, and we'll find C is for cat, D is for dog, E is for elephant there, and we keep going up like that. And then I'll say, okay, find me the next group of 2. All right, same thing. Find me C, D, E, and we keep playing it like that. And I'll add one note at a time after that once they show me that they're comfortable with these. And I don't want to overwhelm them with too much at a time, so it's just once they show me without the paper guide here, I tell them to find that group of 2, and now play me C, D, E. All right, next time, find me a group of 2, play me C, D, E. If they can do that, that's the mastery level I'm looking for before I add in the next one, which would just be adding F on top of that. So find me the group of 2 and start from C. What do you know? C, D, E, F. And moving across, eventually I take away that paper and see if they can still do it, or just give them the paper for the first one and then take it away, just so they can work off of it like that. And eventually we add in all of those notes over time so they can do all the way from C. I can still tell them the same way just so they get used to the order of it. I'll tell them find that group of 2 and now play all of those notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Oh, and now we move over. What's next? C, D, E, and they can just keep connecting it across the piano like that. Then eventually, once I think they've got it from there, and, make this as fun as possible as you add in these additional letters. I'm doing songs with all of these. I'm giving them enough practice with each letter before I'm introducing more and more. So usually just 1 to 2 lessons focused on each of those letters until we add more. But really, it's just independent of those kids, how fast they are at learning these. Before I add in more and more. And then once we do get all of them in there and they've reached that point of I don't need the paper there, they can do C through B, counting all in a line like that. Then we'll do mixed order. So instead of just doing it all in the same order, all right, you've gotten this skill down. Hopefully they're able to identify the traits around each note, or just counting from one note that they know to the other ones that they don't know as well. And I can say, all right, look at the piano, find me a D. And then they play that D. Okay, now find me a B. All right, they go ahead and play a B. Whatever method that works for them. If they count from C, if they count from D, whatever kind of note that they know, that works great. And then eventually I'll even do find me 2Ds, find me 3Ds, so they can practice moving across the piano, not just being comfortable in one octave that they might be playing the most frequently, but looking at the other ones and also being able to play those too. So I hope you found this helpful to teach your little ones those note names. Yes, stickers on all of these keys is a popular method. It's not what I went over here. Kids have been shown to be reliant on these and then panic when they see a piano without note names and feel like that they just can't do it. So I usually shy away from them, but you could use them early on and fade them out. It's good to fade them out as quick as you can so they do not get dependent on those. And you can even take away them bit by bit, take away the first half like every other note before taking them all away. Or I've even just left like one octave towards maybe the bottom left where they don't really play as something that they can look over at if they do forget a note name as we're playing along before we take all of them away. Anyways, hope you have fun teaching or playing, and we'll see you next time.